The great Oliver Samuels. Welcome to New Jersey.
A very big thank you to you, sir.
When I drove in here, I did not immediately recognize you because they told me Oliver is celebrating 70 years.
Yes.
And I saw a 35-year-old man standing outside the East Orange High School. How you managed to look like 35, Oliver?
Dave, me laugh, and me love, and me not carry no enmity in my heart against nobody. And me not walk and trust people things. So me sleep on my bed at night time.
Nice. That is wonderful, man. No, a lot of people have always known that you're there. They know you. Many of them know you from Oliver, your large series.
Yeah.
Others knew you before at LTM.
Right.
Some think you pilot dropped you from helicopter. Where were you born? Tell me about your early background.
My early background, I was born in Highgate, St. Mary. Well, on a banana plantation on Tremolesworth. And I grew up there until I was I went to primary school there. No. And then we moved, while I was at primary school, we moved into Highgate, which in an area called Harmony Hall. Then I got a scholarship from my primary school, Rosebank Primary, to Dintil Technical High School. I went to Dintil, came out, went job hunting, worked at the Water Commission actually I worked at the Gleaner.
Really?
For half a day.
What happened? How did you get to the Gleaner? How was your departure so rapid?
I went there as a trainee proofreader. But then, they were insisting on us signing a contract. And because in my head I knew I wanted to be in theater, and the job was a night job, I said no, I would not sign. So when I went for lunch that day, I decided I wouldn't go back.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember who was the editor then?
No.
Would it
no,
have been Seeley?
No, it was. I think Seeley was still there. Seeley was there, but it could have been Seeley. Yeah, Theodore Seeley.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, how did theater and comedy, how did your journey to becoming a legend begin?
A legend.
Yes, man, you're large.
When I got into the little theater movement, had established a theater school, because in truth and fact, the Fowlers were very, very forward thinkers. They were great forward thinkers, and so
Were they Jamaicans? Were they born in Jamaica, or did they come in from elsewhere?
they were born in Jamaica of the plantocracy.
And we're talking about Henry and
Greta
Greta.
Fowler, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so they started this school, and I got in. My first teacher was Sam Walters, an Englishman. And
Where was the school located?
at the little theater. And it went on until government, through I'm sure the instrumentality of the late Rex Tetterford, decided that it was time to establish a cultural center where all art forms were taught, like drawings. They have
Music?
jewelry making, dance, theater, and all of that would come together, pottery and everything. And so so the school went over into that complex. And I was there. But at that time I started performing through the little theater movement.
And this would have been about what year?
Lord have mercy, I stretch my imagination now. About 19, let me tell you.
Not
70,
18s.
Not in the 18s.
Not in the 1800s.
About 1971, 72.
Oh, that recent.
Yes, and so I started in the pantomime as a trainee actor in Pirate, No, in Queenie's Daughter.
I saw Queen's
Queenie's
Daughter.
Daughter, yes. With
Wasn't Pauline Stone in Queen's Daughter?
Pauline Stone,
Or was it Hale Columbus?
it was Hale
It
Columbus,
was Hale Columbus.
Miss Lou and Master Ran, and it felt so wonderful to be on stage with people of those theatrical luminaries.
Right.
And I did that, and my career began to just blossom. I started getting advertising to do and everything, and so I continued at the school until I got the feeling that I would never graduate because then the structure was not really formalized, and so I left and went on the broader stage of life.
Right. Yeah. Now tell me about the Oliver You Lad series because that resonated like nothing else in Jamaica had up until that point.
Up until now. Um, I was in Trevor Roan's Schools Out at the Barn Theatre,
Mm-hmm.
and this gentleman from Canada came and he saw the show. And at the end of the show, he said, "With your brilliance, you should be on television." And we talked, and he said, "I'm going to get you on television." And he told me he was leaving the island, but when he came back, when he returned, he would have see how he could get me on it. And then he came, and when he came, I was working at the office of the Prime Minister with Babsy Grange at the time, and he saw me and he recognized me and he said, "We have to get to work." And he really went to work. He went and he spoke to Babsy. Babsy spoke to Gloria Landerman, and it was a go. And we did about 5 vignettes, those 5-minute things, and it just took over the entire island. And so the Jamaican people demanded that they want a television series. And so we went for Oliver at Large. Aston Cook wrote most of it. Is Aston? No, Aston did the vignettes, but Patrick Brown wrote most of the half-hour ones. And there was Oliver at Large.
And it just exploded.
Exploded.
Now, looking back on your theatrical career,
Yes,
what
sir.
are some of the plays that stand out?
Plays. All the pantomimes that I've done are important to my development. Trevor Roan's Schools Out, an absolutely brilliant piece of work, and for me, the aspiring actor, because what I discovered about it at the time, it was really very relevant. It was at the time of a political transformation within the society when we were touting socialism and all that excitement, and people identified the situation with every high school that their children was going and wanted to know if the situation existed for real in that particular high school. And what I found is that my character, Ross, what was it again? I think it was Roscoe Calendar, was this young, energetic, rebellious teacher who was searching for himself and trying to change the system to better the student, which was so at the time so relevant. And so I enjoyed the Trevor Roan Schools Out. I also enjoyed some of the works of the 8 o'clock Jamaica series that I did, and
Those were written and produced by who?
by the Carter Gambrell team. And after that, with the experience of being directed by Bobby Gisays, was tremendous. And all those persons that have impacted my life really in the directorial area, Trevor Nairn, Yvonne Jones Brewster, those people have been really tremendous, and that's taught me a lot of lessons.
Yes. No, comparing things. When you started theater, LTM pantomimes were elaborate. There's a lot of music, big cast, a lot of glitz, a lot of glamour.
Yes.
How does that compare now to the roots plays that are taking place? How do you compare both
There is no
genres?
comparison, you know, Dave. Absolutely, there is no comparison. Um, and I am from the old school, right? And I have a great regard for theatre, as I was taught theatre. And I think, and I just don't say roots play per se, because some people in their mind roots play is in what I call crutch theatre, gutter theatre. I don't know about that. There are some exciting and interesting plays that have been done. I don't know if it was because of small budget or what, which is also regarded as roots play. So the term roots play would have a different meaning to me than for somebody else. But the little theatre movement brought the sophistication and the artistic value of traditional theatre to the fore, and that's the kind of theatre that I stick
Okay. Now, about tonight, what's the name of the production and who are the other cast members?
to. Tonight's production is called 56 East Avenue.
Where's the name
And,
from?
huh?
Where's that name from?
The name is from a tenement yard in Greenwich Town at 56 East Avenue.
And who are the other cast members?
Cast members are Dennis Titus, who also co-write the thing, or co-wrote with me. Audrey Reed,
Dancehall Queen.
yeah, Valier Johnson, and Lakeisha Ellison.
Right. And what's the storyline?
You know, there is no storyline.
But it's
It's
mad
a
funny.
tenement yard.
Okay, great. Well, Oliver,
Yes.
thanks for spending some time chatting here.
They-
I look forward to seeing the production later.
Yes.
And I'm sure it's going to be many, many bellyfuls of
Right.
laughter.
I can guarantee you that.
Anything you want to leave with the diaspora or theatre lovers?
Is that I thanks for the support over these 48 years. And the theatre has taken me to places that I probably would not have gone had it not been for it. And the support that I have been given for over these years is just tremendous, and it continues to be. And it is because of my constituents, the theatre constituents, that I am able to, I believe, continue to contribute and contribute in a kind of holistic way, a family way, a comedic way, and their expectations of me has caused me to raise the bar every time that I perform.
Okay, now there's a gentleman here who